Hello everybody! Today we'll be making your own wind chime. So, gotta make sure you get your materials ready, that you're following any safety rules, and once that's done, you'll have your own fantastic wind chime. For this craft, you'll need a few things. First, you'll need a styrofoam cup. Second, there will be a bunch of beads and the baggie. Third, there'll be a bunch of cutout string. Fourth, you'll need a pair of scissors or a sharp object that'll pierce through the cup. And five, which is optional, are markers or whatever you would like to color the side with. Now, you need to be very careful with doing this craft, specifically with the scissors and with your cup when you're cutting the holes through. When you're cutting them through, you want to be careful that your hands or fingers are not getting stabbed. Especially when you're poking a hole through the side, you want to be very careful that you're not holding it like this, where you could get cut. Now that that's out of the way, we could go ahead and move on to the making. Step 1, you want to start off with the styrofoam cup. Now, the reason we're using a styrofoam cup rather than a small glossed paper cup is the paper cups disintegrate in the rain, whereas the styrofoam will last much longer outside, so you keep it out the entire summer, or however long you would like. Now, with your sharp object, I'm going to be using scissors. You want to poke a small hole through the very top. You try to get it right through the middle if you can, just a little poke. Be very, very careful when you're doing this. You don't want to make it too big of a hole or cut yourself or break the cup. So if you look very closely there, you can see my hole. Then, around the outside, you want to make 5 holes. So, now be careful with how you're holding it. I would put it down on the ground so you don't hurt yourself. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Once that's done, you can move on to step 2. Awesome. Now, step 2, you want to pass your string through the holes you just made. You'll then want to knot them up so they don't come out of the holes. I'd recommend doing 2 knots just to make sure it's extra snug. Now with the hole, you want to push the string through. Push. And if you need a little help pushing it through with your sharp object, you just give it a little poke to help it go through a little bit. Pull it. Awesome, it's through. Then you want to make the knots. Awesome. Then, with your other pieces of string, with the other holes, you want to go through and put them in. If your holes are too small, like mine are on the sides, you want to put your sharp part of the blade through again, and then just twist side to side. If you look, made it nice and bigger. Then you can put the string through, and you'll want to tie those as well. However, the bottom ones here, I would just start with a loose knot in case you need to adjust things. Now, on to step 3. For step 3, with all of your string you just attached to the bottom, you want to add your beads. So, I want to go ahead, and if you see your strings getting loose, there should be 2 different ways when you turn it, it'll either get more loose or tighter. You want it to be tighter to help push it through the bead. Just want to keep pushing. Pull it through. Awesome. I've already done a couple here. And then you want to keep doing this in whatever pattern for all of the bottom ones. And then once you're done, make a small loose knot at the bottom just so they don't fall off, and that it's easy to change if you made a mistake or you want to change it up. Awesome. This is the perfect time to do the optional step where you take your marker and you color onto your cup. And you start making your own patterns. You don't have to color it if you don't want to. I'm just coloring it because I think it'll look nice and pretty. Awesome. Yeah, and you go through, finish both that up, and you can move on to the next step. Nice! Now, we can move on to step 4. For step 4, with the top piece of string, you want to make a hoop so that you can hang it. For that, you need to create a little knot at the very bottom here. Perfect. Boom! There you go. You made a hoop. Now you could go ahead, hang it up once you're finished everything. Did you enjoy making the wind chime? I know I did, and I hope you did too. Thank you for making it with me today. I hope you had a great time. Hope everyone's came out beautifully. Take care, everybody.